Welcome to the weekend edition of the King Mo Show. A while back, when I would look at the metrics from YouTube on my viewership, for whatever reason, most of my viewership was from Peru. I'm not sure why. And it's not like I only had 5 viewers and the 4 were from Peru. It was like, of all the viewership, it was, and I don't remember how many hours and everything, but there was a lot. And it was 90% coming from Peru, a little bit from the US. So I felt like I need to find a bottle of Peru's national spirit, Pisco, and do an episode about it. So I went to my local liquor store and I looked for Pisco. At the store, I looked at the selection. Honestly, I think the selection was only 2 different ones, but I ended up selecting Machu Pisco, primarily because Machu Picchu, the Emperor's New Groove, Kronk, squeak, 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 squeak. It just kind of seemed like the right thing. So this is the one I picked up. It was about $25 for the bottle. After I got the bottle, I figured it makes sense to do a little bit of research about it. So this brand, it's from a women-owned company. 2 sisters started it maybe, geez, I don't remember, like 2006. And this is considered a premium Pisco. Then they have a ultra premium, and then they have a super luxury one, which I have no idea the prices on those ones. But essentially, Pisco is a brandy, and there's lots of different things that are called brandies, but it's a grape spirit that's distilled, and they use Quebranto grapes. So that's what my choice was. There's some controversy, or there's competing claims to who created Pisco first, whether it was Chile or Peru. I'm going with Peru because I had more people from Peru watching the show. So let's open this up. And then I'm just gonna try it straight in a snifter. And after that, I'm gonna try a cocktail. I'm gonna make the Pisco Sour. Smells like, if I smell like, it doesn't smell like grape, but to me it smells like the cork from a bottle of wine. I don't know a better way to describe this. Let's see. It's 42%, so 42% alcohol by volume, 84 proof, so it will have a bit of a kick. It has a grapey and alcohol aroma to it. So some other things I'm just flashing back to my head about Peru versus Chile. The Peru one, it can only be distilled once, so it's going to have more of the flavors from what it was made from, whereas Chilean can be distilled multiple times. There was some other variations which I've forgotten. So at 84 proof, it definitely warms you up. To me, it makes me think of grappa, which is also a brandy, but within a specific regions. I don't even remember all the requirements for it. Don't think I'm a fan of it. Whew. Drinking it just straight. Wow, really warming. Trying to think of what are the flavors from it. I think I'm just getting overwhelmed by the heat coming from it at first. Like a little bit of grassiness, very herby, but it definitely warms you when you drink this. Okay, so that was it just straight. And I had a hunch I was not going to be a fan of it just drinking it straight. So I'm going to make a cocktail. I'm gonna make a pisco sour. Now here's the interesting thing. On the bottle, it gives a recipe for it, but we're talking like this is a recipe for a large group of people because it says 2 cups of this. I'm not gonna make that much. But on this recipe, it says to do lime. When I was at their website, it said to use lemon. So I'm like, which one should I be using? The answer is lime, because I went to the store and I bought limes and I have a lime colored shirt on. So I'm going to mix this up. Essentially, I'm going to be using the pisco, some lime juice, simple syrup, and an egg white. Yes, a raw egg white, and a splash of bitters on the top of it. I'm going to step away, make that, and I'll be back to give it a try. All right, so I'm back. I've made the pisco sour. I'll give you the view from there. There's a couple drop of bitters on the top of it. It said to put it in a coupe glass. Or a Jack and Jill glass. I don't have that. So I figured I would just go with my martini glass. I'll turn the olive around so you can't see it. And you'll be just like, oh, that's a pisco sour glass. Cheers. That is good. That will be the first time, the first time I think I've ever made a drink at home with a raw egg in it. I've had them out before, but this is the first time for home. Did it in the cocktail shaker, made a mess. You can see it like on my shirt as I hit the sign up above me, but that's pretty good. I'm going to look for some other recipes that don't take a ton of ingredients so that I can try those out. I'll probably post those ones as reels. But the interesting thing of this whole thing, I was big in Peru, so I came up with the ideas. I bought the bottle. I've had it around for a while, and now I finally got around to shooting the episode. I have like no viewership in Peru. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they were offended because I didn't do anything to support Peru, but I've done this one now, so hopefully Peru will come back and I'll have more fans. Anyways, cheers. Like, share, subscribe.